What are we looking at?
So this was a weird game. First of all, we got just a total troll shaco, so wondering what to
No,
do with that in
just
mid to
shakes.
late game. And then
Uh-huh.
there's a couple of like objective situations
Sounds good. Yeah, shake a support. That's
that I
awesome.
wanted to look at.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if I'm not saying for you to do this, but if I personally, if I was to flash Q the Janna, I would just die for it one for one. I would just eat this guy one more time and just die for one. I'm not telling you to die for one for one. I'm just saying like if you're gonna already use your flash, you gotta get something. You can't just use your flash and get nothing, you know. Um, Otherwise, I think also don't forget that maybe you haven't heard me say this, but anytime you start Raptors, the rule on starting Raptors instead of like just doing like red Krugs, like the normal thing, is the rule on starting Raptors. If you're gonna start Raptors, you basically have to be there when they respawn. If you're not gonna be on your Raptors when they respawn, then there's no point to start Raptors. You should just start red and just do red Krugs like everyone else. You know, the only reason you
Mm.
so I think once it makes sense that after bot crab you start walking here because they're dying, you want to help them. But once you realize, okay, Jinx is dead and there's nothing, nothing else can be done. Janna's already basically under tower. Um, then it's time to just instantly recall into Raptors or instantly cross map to Raptors.
Yeah.
I
All
think
right.
at this point, um, it's just the same speed from basing here and running to Raptors. Is the same speed as running from here to Raptors. You can see the line difference. And obviously, if you base it, you buy a full blasting
Mm.
one, and then you're gonna kill Raptors and Krug. I guarantee if we did a stopwatch right now, base here, and go Raptors Krugs, or just go Raptors Krugs and base, you would finish Raptors Krugs faster if you base and then did them, because you just, with the extra blasted wand, right? Because look how long it takes to kill these camps.
Sure.
No
Yeah.
items. You see, it's like fucking 50 damage per, and it's a 1,000 damage camp. You see this? So just base. And then if there's a fight, another thing is the reason why the rule is we always do Raptors. We have to be Raptors when they respawn. Is because the risk is if we don't, then he'll take them, right? And then if we base here,
Yeah.
and there's a fight here, we're gonna win the fight
I think
because
I
we'll.
actually, if I remember correctly, I think I saw him on like Tribrush just before I started Raptors or something. At some point here, I think.
You see him on Krugs right now. You just saw him on Krugs. He
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
minion saw him. So even more reason why if we base and we fight him, it's gonna be a guaranteed winning fight because
Mm.
he hasn't based yet. He finished his full clear and then he went straight to your top side, right? So if you have blasting one, you're gonna guarantee win the
Yeah.
fight. But here, without blasting one, this fight becomes way more dicey. I think this guy messed up by being for some reason he's like half HP, but any normal E would be full HP because he could just heal the full W, and then this fight would be way closer. If anything, Dinah should lose this fight,
Yeah.
but
For sure.
because he fucked up, you won it. But again, I think if you had blasting one, he would have died here, right? I guess he still dies,
Yeah.
but
I
you would have
mean,
got the
it was
kill, and
my
now
cue.
you're also forced to rely on your mid laner to be like
Yeah.
awake to kill him, you know.
Yeah.
But to be able
I
the
probably would have gone if I
but
would have used
the
the
takeaway
Q
rule
anyway.
here
But
is anytime you start Raptors, you really want to make sure you're there on spawn. And
mm,
obviously in that case, I don't think you could have controlled it. You have to go bot because it would look too robotic to just ignore your balling there, right? But when the second you
mm,
think the play is try to leave the second the play is done. I think there's a time where once Jinx dead, that play is probably just done, you know.
yeah.
Okay, now
Yeah.
we open to Wolves and
Makes sense.
Grump. Looks normal. Full Dragon looks good because you know he cleared up, so he won't be here in time. Now we play for respawning Raptors. I think so far this all looks really good. We finish our full clear again. We see Master Yi. You unfortunately have no spells, so I think I would just immediately. Are you like lagging in game? Oh yeah, 600 ping. That's kind of unfortunate. I think the second you see him, you just because you have no spells, your instant reaction should be to just instantly run towards tower safety. Maybe probably better to go left side because you could E to
Mm,
the minion. Just because
yeah.
Actually just a better 1v1 champ than you. It's not really unless you have like huge advantage,
Mm,
which you don't. You can't really fight him. It's not more complicated than
yeah.
that, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's
I also
just
just
you
like
just hit a
go
500 ping
with
spike.
my
It's
ult
not.
there. I figured that they would turn around and we could just kill the Yi and leave the two others, but just he
Yeah,
just
I mean,
wasn't on my
he's
part.
really focused on his trying to kill his laner, so it happens. But even then, you should no matter what, you should always like leave because your first instinct should be leave. Because let's say you start running to leave, and then your teammates come. Well, then if he chases you, then you guys will kill him here. And then if your
Yeah.
teammates don't come, well then now you just have to run to live. So no matter what scenario A they are coming, or scenario B they're not coming,
Mm.
your answer still live because you still won't be able to kill them yourself. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
But I do think it's a pretty unfortunate lag spike. And then here, once you see
Yeah.
E has done grubs, you should be immediately running to his bot side, right? Because again, if someone doesn't play top, we should get a play bot lane. Someone doesn't play bot lane, we should get a play top side. In this case, you see E top,
Mm.
so we should immediately run, take his raptors, take his Krugs. But here you're going to your
Mm.
wolves, right? This makes no sense.
He had red buff though. So that's
Let's do the math,
aren't
right?
the
It's very
buff aren't the
let's do the
camps
math. Let's
down?
do the math. So you see him here, he fights you, right? At
Oh,
740.
it's red buff from there. Oh my bad. My bad.
But no,
Yeah.
but even then, let's say it's his rep up. That's because
Mm.
that's what you. That's the we have to go off based off the knowledge that you have in game. So let's say you think it's their buff,
Yeah.
right? You see him at 740. It takes what? Let's say 20 seconds from here to here. Agreed. So the
Yeah.
so the latest he could have done his Raptors at 715, right? And then sorry, not that's not how math works. I'm retarded. 720, right? And then the latest he could have done
Mm.
his Krugs, let's say, is 710 because he did the Krugs and he went to Raptors, right? So the latest he could have done his bot side is we'll just say cut in half. 715 is when his Raptors and Krugs should spawn, approximately, right? Sorry, that's when he killed them. Camp spawn every 2 minutes 15,
Mm.
so that's 9:30 is when his bot camp should respawn. And again, that's if he walked the Raptors and instantly ran here, didn't skip all his top camp, skipped crab, so reality is probably gonna spawn like 9 minutes. But let's just say it's 9:30 for the sake of argument, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Right. What time is it right now? It is 9. 8:50. It's 8:57. It's 9, and it's gonna take you 15,
Yeah.
like what, 10 seconds to run here. By the time you get here, it's 9:10. Again, we said approximately the latest possible moment for his bot camps to spawn is going to be 9:30. In reality, it's probably spawning at like
Mm.
9 or 8:55 or 9:10 or somewhere. By the time you get there, they're gonna be up, because he's just been
Yeah.
topside for the last 2 minutes. You know that because it takes him 30 seconds to cross. He fought you for 10 seconds, then he walked around, wanked a bit, then he did Grom for 40. I mean, Grubs for 40 seconds. Now he's chasing your shaco for 20 seconds. You know what I mean? Like, camp spawns
Yeah.
every 2 minutes. It's really short. 2 minutes 15 seconds is really not a lot of time. And again, that's also under the math that he ran straight there perfectly. He probably did a crab. He probably did a wolves as well. Now you see him now. Now it's 9:15. Now his spot camps have
Yeah.
to be up. And then watch it. By the time you get here, watch. Of course they're up. But now you're kind of scared. Like, oh, I can only do one camp. There's no reason why. There's no reason why you can't do his Krugs as well. You know what I mean? And then now look, their ball line's pushing. If you're on Krugs and their ball line's pushing, you have ult. You can maybe try to 2v2 with your drinks, right? Um, so
Sure. Yeah.
just be faster on.
I just figured because their bot lane is pushing and the mid lane's missing. It's like I have my own camps up, so I didn't want to risk it, but
Mhm, yeah, I mean, you got
they're
one
probably
camp.
fine.
You got one camp at least.
Mm.
Still,
And this like cost me nothing anyway, so
hmm Now we do Nashers. Now we're base. Now we're pretty strong. Still lose 1v1 to V because he's a better 1v1 champion, but you're finally strong enough to force fights. Um, I don't know. This guy, you've heard my rules on ganking before, I assume, right? Or no?
don't think so. No.
Okay, sounds good. Sorry, I just say it so often, so it's hard to know who's heard or not. Um,
Yeah, it's like my second time here.
oh yeah, you're good. Don't worry about it. So usually my things on ganking is I usually say for ganks, there's like 4 rules to ganking, right? Usually. Oh, that's not how, you're right. It's like one is, are they pushed? So this is a imaginary line that goes directly through the middle of the lane. Anytime someone's
Mm.
like past this line, like here hitting tower, they're pretty pushed. If they're below this line or at the line, they're not really pushed, right? Um,
Yeah.
so push past the line. B, are they low? Because sometimes someone could be behind this line, someone could be here, right? But if they are this low, like quarter HP, then they're just gonna die to anything. So A, are they pushed? B, are they low? 3, what CC do we have? Are we playing a champ like Vi? Can we like Vi Q into ult? Or Jarvan EQ into ult? Right? Nocturne E R into E? Or are we playing a champion like Kindred with like no things? How much CC do we have? And how much CC does our teammate have? Like, let's say this guy, right? And then 4, how mobile is the enemy champion? Are they playing a champion? Are they immobile? Is this guy playing Xerath, where he's just gonna get hit by anything and just instantly die? Is he playing a champion like Zed or Zed, where he could W away, LeBlanc W away? Um, so in this case, your only CC is your ult. This guy's not pushed. He's full HP. Your Veigar is nowhere nearby. He's also playing a mobile champion. He could E away. He's also playing a very tanky champion because he's full HP. if you look at his items, he also has Merc Treads and Spectre Sail. So this guy is full MR, and both of you are MR champions. So this guy's like the last thing from wanting to kill. He's full MR, he's full HP, he's not pushed up. Um, he's got resistances that counter specifically just you and your mid laner. uh, so and then we compare how easy this guy is to gank
Mm,
to, let's say, their ball lane. Their ball lane is, if you look at the map, you can tell they are pushed up. I guarantee you, they
mm,
don't have Merc Treads and Sexual Scowl, right?
sure, yeah.
Uh, so I think that it's kind of
I
just like it's
yeah.
just not a really a gank, you know?
Yeah. I just didn't really think we could even win the 2v2 bot because Shaco's doing Shaco things.
Well, yeah, it's a two v. But that's the thing. You do it as a 2v2. So Jinx compared to their AD
Mm,
carry, which is Zed, probably around the same value. Let's say that Zed's slightly stronger. Okay. But then we
mhm.
compare Janna to a Diana. Who do you think is stronger in a fight? It's pretty obviously Diana's gonna be way stronger. You're a jungle who is a carry, damage, champion. Janna is just a random support with some shields, you know. So in the 2v2, there's no reason why you guys can't win. Because the thing about this fight, Jinx and if Jinx Lulu might win the 2v2 for Zed Janna, why wouldn't Jinx plus like damage carry win the 2v2, right? Like a jungle will always be stronger than support in fights. So when you 2v2 with Jinx, you're just taking the role of your support, but a one item Diana with ult and flash will always be stronger than like a normal support. You know what I mean? So I agree with a three v
Yeah,
two.
sure.
Let's say their jungle. I agree with 3v3 would be losing, right? Where it's you, Shaco, Jinx. But in this case, if it's just you and Jinx versus Zajana, why not, right? I mean, you saw that in this case their bot lane was pushing. Zed's mobile with his W, but Janna's an immobile champion with no dash, has no speed ups, no nothing, and she's squishy. So I think if you were here when they dofer, let's say you're just doing Gromp as a dofer, I think you would have probably get a double kill, maybe save her, maybe not save her, who knows? But if you compare all the lanes
Yeah,
that are easy to gank, Heimerdinger, super annoying to gank with his turrets. Um, you know, uh, just Heimer's Heimer. Mid is super tanky. Ball lane, especially because your Shaco's perma roaming, that means Jinx is perma 2v1. That means she's perma getting pushed in. That means the enemy ball lane's perma pushing. So the enemy ball lane is gankable, right? They're pushing, and they have Janna's
mm,
probably the easiest champ in the game for you to gank because she's a mobile, you know? So I think you have to
sure,
you
yeah.
have to recognize, okay, who, when I have free time being when my camps are down, who is the most realistic person to spend my free time with? It's probably going to be bot lane, right? Because a Shaco's from a sitting topside, and if I'm you, I want to stay away from that guy, right? Mid is way too tanky, and bot lane is, again, just perma pushing and has the squishiest members on their entire team, and probably that's just the only lane to really like play for, you know? Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. And if we press tab, it's not even like playing for Jinx per se. It's playing for yourself, and I think that Balian's the highest chance for you to get kills for yourself or get gold on yourself. You know.
Mhm.
It's also one of those funny things that because Shaco's perma roaming, Jinx actually gets solo XP. So she's actually gonna be like, even if her KD doesn't show it because of just how XP works, she actually isn't that fucked. Unless she just gets perma farmed and dove, then she will
I
be
mean,
fucked.
she kinda just kept dying, so
Yeah, well, there's nothing she can do. She's 2v1. She's just gonna get dove 2v1. That's
yeah,
what. If
yeah,
anything,
yeah,
you can definitely help her. And by help her, I don't mean like you just do your bot camps near her, and if they want to dive her while you're nearby, you're helping yourself. You're just gonna get free kills while they're diving. You know.
yeah.
Nothing really too complicated. I didn't see this guy walk in. Actually, did you see him walk in? Okay, we actually do see him walk into your jungle, so that's it. we
Oh,
he, we s-
yeah, I just missed that part.
yeah, it's not gonna yell you for, like, sometimes you don't see shit happens. I feel like you did see him though, because otherwise why would you throw a ping in this bush? You know?
Yeah, because I got ulted, but,
Oh, yeah, actually, that makes more
yeah.
sense. Yeah, I mean, you didn't see him. I'm
Mm,
not gonna yell you for not paying attention. It happens.
yeah.
I mean, this game. I don't know. This game is pretty fucked. And it's not, I mean, you had shaco support.
This Herald situation got a little interesting, I think.
Let's see.
Um,
Don't forget to use your E on the thing. Okay, nice. Smite, nice. Pick that shit up. Leave. Alright. You realize you're gonna die anyway, so why not go in for some damage? Well, I don't
yeah,
know. I mean, this is not too complicated. The game is really fucked.
yeah, because
You're just trying to
yeah,
kill it as fast as possible before they get here. Makes sense to me, right? It's also about like normally I never say
yeah,
it's worth to die for an objective. In this case, it's actually fine because it's a bounty, right? Um,
yeah,
and getting it could lead to multiple to future bounties because towers are bounties. So I think this is completely fine to die for. Uh,
yeah,
so
yeah. This felt pretty worth, but I'm not sure
it
if I
is.
should have done
It,
something different
no,
there.
I think this. I think there's nothing else you can do. I think the only difference is to walk into the pit, and the only way to live is to flash over the wall. That might be
Mm,
the way to
yeah,
live. Besides that, this is dying for this
yeah,
is completely worth. But again, you might be able to live. So
yeah.
I don't know. You have Shaco support trolling you this game. Usually, when your teammates get trolled, that's the only VOD that there's not really much for you to say because you're literally getting trolled, you know. And the best you can do is just AFK farm and wait for an opportunity to come back, which is wait for the enemy to make mistakes or to just perma trade. You know, they go top, you go bot.
Mm,
They go bot, you go top. In this case, I think actually, I mean, just getting these 2 kills on Dragon is already crazy good, you know. That just shows the plater. Maybe after you kill this guy, you could just go get the fruits to heal up, the left fruits. Um,
oh yeah, probably
yeah,
should.
if you get
Yeah.
because if you get this dragon, you're actually so back in the game. You because it kind of guarantees scaling.
Mm.
So you also
Yeah,
have your
I
W.
tried to just like north it down. I didn't realize I
Yeah,
would just
especially when you
die
kill the
to the
enemy jungle,
jungle
there's
over
no
again.
rush because now they have no
Mm,
smite, you know.
mm,
So you're the team that can kind of like they
mm,
can't do anymore. Like, let's say you could literally reset this camp. They'll never pull it because they'll always be scared. Like okay, if we pull it and their Diana comes, they can just smite it away, you know. That's why now there should be like, I think before
mm,
when to kill you there is a rush. Like yeah, let's just fucking run and kill this guy. Once you kill this guy, now there's no rush. Go get a fruits. Go wait for your W to come back up. You can wait for Jinx to be a bit closer, right? And then you'll just pull this, and you also have number guaranteed number advantage because like Galio's dead, Heimer's
yeah.
dead, you just die. So now you know the only 2 people alive are Janna and Zed, and there's 4 of you here. You, Veigar, Shaco, and Jinx, right? So you could go get these fruits, wait for Jinx to show up, wait for get full HP, have your shield come up on your W, and then you could pull this dragon, and they'll never be able to fight it or steal it away because they have no smite, because you killed E.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah. And this whole situation is actually really weird because I'm just trying to keep an eye on Otacon,
Mm-hmm.
and there's just no one on the map, and I'm not really sure what I should be doing. And then I just died to E because it's E.
Yeah, I mean in this case he's dead. There's not really a reason to like keep an eye on it, right? I think like if he
I was
wasn't
like,
dead,
I kind of wanted to. I kind of was like, because he is dead, I kind of wanted to go down and do it, and there's like no one's coming, so I can't really
you know,
start it.
you're not really pinging. I think you're pinging at spawn. You're not really pinging. Yeah, assistant's ping on the way ping, target ping, right? If you want to do it, you gotta communicate that. You're not really
Right.
communicating it, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I also don't know what you
Right.
want to do here. Like if I'm in game, I still like it doesn't. If I'm your teammate, I don't think my Diana wants to do it. To me, it looks like you're keeping an eye on it, right? But like you said, but in my head, if
Yeah.
their enemy jungle is dead, why are we keeping an eye on it? Their jungle is dead. They're not gonna pull it, right? Um, so I think you're
Yeah.
just wasting time. You could go do your bot camps,
Yeah.
do play with your team.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, if we don't do it immediately, then it's just like the beelines for it. I kind of want to be there, so I don't want to go
But you
bot
saw
side.
yeah. I mean, the thing is that while he's
Yeah.
dead, like while if he's dead right now, you could do your bot camps right now,
Mm,
and then he won't like
true.
he's there for 30
Yeah.
seconds. You could do your wolves, your blue, your gromp, then base, then run to Loticon. By the time he's there, you're there too, and you don't mind him pulling it because you saw how it felt here. If he pulls the dragon, you just jump on him. So if he pulls Otacon, you'll jump on him again, right? And Otacon's even better example because when you're doing dragon, you don't lose your armor and MR. You don't lose
Yeah. Don't
resistances.
lose
And
your armor.
Otacon,
Yeah.
you do lose your resistances. So him pulling Otacon will look even better for you than how Dragon looked, and Dragon already looked good, right? So I don't think you should really be
Yeah.
crazy freaking out about letting him pull. If anything, him pulling is the best thing for you, especially because you're playing Diana and you want these like little choke point areas. Like nothing's better for you than people
Yeah.
are all here and then you
Yeah.
have a
I
E
just like
ult, you know?
I figured that I just kind of need to be there if he does.
Yeah, I mean you'll be there. You don't have to be there when he starts. You could be there when he's like
Yeah.
has half HP. Has half HP, so you have
Mm.
time to do your bot camps and then come here. It's also one of the things you're also close to your shadow.
Yeah.
Shadow Flame is like 800 gold. So if you literally just do your Raptors and Wolves, you don't have to get all your bot camps. You could have killed like two of them, like just Wolves Blue or just Wolves Gromp, and then you'll have your Shadow Flame. So you'll be two items. You'll finally be strong, and then you'll be here in time to defend. And the portals are up, so you can literally base
Mm.
and then just take portals to top side, right? I think you end up just kind of sitting
Mm.
here for a while doing nothing. Yi comes
Yeah.
and then you die
Should have.
and then you die anyways, you know. And then the thing is, you could also just base and be able to buy a pink ward, and then you'll be able to keep an eye on it with a ward, you know, and then you don't have to babysit it constantly.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was pretty bad losing on a con for free. I think this is nice getting two towers. If you die, it's chill. You actually even trade a kill and hit a big shutdown. So I think this is really really good. Two towers and a big shutdown. That's awesome. We're low-key getting decently strong. I think when you have two 3Ms now, I think you've been trading well to get gold on yourself, but now that you're two 3Ms, now you can finally play with your team. Like now you're 3 items. Now if you want to, 44, 3, or 5 with your team, there's no reason not to. You're finally strong enough to like
Yeah.
force.
The thing is that we're legitimately 4v5 at this point in the game.
Yeah, I mean, I think that you've been 45, but this is a good
Yeah,
example
yeah,
as well.
but like the shaco's not even pretending
Nice.
anymore.
You see, this is a good example. I
Really?
said like you see how they start dragon, it was good for you, and now they start baron. And same thing, same as dragon. He starts the dragon. I mean the baron. You just kill him on the baron, right?
Mm.
So man, same thing with it would have been the same thing
Mm.
with Otacon. He starts Otacon. You just E ult him as he's on Otacon, you know. So I mean this is a good fight. Maybe you don't have to flash his overkill. I think when he's already like in the pit, you could literally just keep walking, and then you could even like
Yeah.
QE and then E ult him, and then you could save your flash to flash out. Because when you kind of flash E like this, it's kind of suicide mission. Now you're just gonna guarantee die, you know. Um.
Yeah.
So and I think if you live
I was
here,
fully
eh,
expecting to die doing that.
yeah, exactly. But I think it's
On
actually
the
a pretty
next
big
visit,
thing,
I get it.
because I think you would have got this basically the same engage off if you just QE ulted in, and then if you flash out to live, then you guys can do
Mm.
the you guys can potentially do the Baron afterwards, right? Um.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe you don't, maybe you do, but I think you don't have to be a suicide bomber in this game. I think you're strong enough where you can still get in, do your damage, be able to flash out, and still be useful for the remainder of the fight. You know, this one's kind of lazy. You could always just queue the bush to check it. You don't have to like fully walk into it. You know, you even like queued it and then kept walking, but then what's even the point of queuing it if you're gonna face check it anyways, right?
Yeah.
So I think that one's just lazy. But yeah,
I
yeah,
guess I somehow like I saw someone on the sweeper lens and I thought there was only one guy,
mm-hmm.
even though like even walking into one guy was probably dumb.
Yeah. I agree. But as you said, the game's 45. There's really not much you can do. I'll agree. I really don't have too many points for this game. I think trade being faster on trading is one of them, especially when the game is behind early. You saw how nice it was that
Mm.
like when you just farmed for your two items, three items, you finally were strong enough to participate in skirmishes. So early game when the game's bad, just
Yeah.
be faster to realize, okay, the game's gonna be shit no matter what. I'm just never going to fight E and never gonna show myself on his screen. And if he's top side, I'm gonna be
Mm.
bot side. If he's bot side, I'll be top side. And just permanently play to avoid him, especially when you have like a losing 1v1 matchup. He'll always do this to you, you know. So after this first death, I'll be like, okay, operation ignore E. He's on grubs. Okay, run to his bot side immediately, take his Krugs, maybe look to gank bot. And I think the biggest thing you could have done to like change this game is just trying to help the Jinx more, and not even to help her, just to help yourself. Mid's ungankable, top's ungankable, their jungle's uninvadable because he will always kill you. So if door A, B, and C don't work, then the last door we have is door D, which is sit next to the bot lane and counter dive their dives. And if you can get fed off killing their bot lane, then that's your way back into the game. You know.
Mm. Okay. Yeah.
Any other questions?